Hello, Messi.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me well?
Yes, they're getting well.
I'm waiting for Nicholas.
Yeah.
Right now. So Joey, can you help me text Nicholas?
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought he's online already.
Yes. He's on the way. Yes, he's on the way to logging in.
He's always had problems. He always had problems logging in Zoom.
He is in Đà Nẵng city, right?
I think in Huế.
Huế. Yes.
Yeah, the last time I is in Huế. Okay, here.
He's so handsome. Handsome guy. Hello.
Nicholas, unmute.
You're mute.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
Chào buổi sáng.
Ban tối. How's everyone going?
Wow, awesome here in Mangdeng. I see the sun again after 2 weeks.
Okay.
Continuous raining.
Yeah.
How about you, Nicholas?
It's been great. Yeah, it's been yesterday, Saturday, and Friday as well. I'm here in Hue, and it's very sun, rain, no sun. But
Nicholas made it, and we would like to hear his stories and the lessons that he has learned after the trip and during the trip.
Recording in progress.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Nicholas, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the beautiful introduction.
So, Nicholas, why did you decide to conquer Everest?
It wasn't a decision. It was mostly like a destiny's design, because like, as you see, I'm a skinny, normal guy. And so I was traveling in India, and then I met a friend who was going to go, and he was planning to go and doing the Mount Everest. So he said, "You want to join?" And I was like, "No, I can't. How? It's like me, Mount Everest? Not really." So he said, "No, just come and then you can walk with us. And then you could, if you don't like it or something, you could just come back, because there are different camps. A camp is like where there's like a group of tents and they cook and stuff. So they're like stations. You walk and you spend the night there. So there's 1, 2, 3. There are 5 different camps. So he said you could just come and stay in one of the camps, and you don't have to push it. Just come and enjoy the mountains. So I agreed. And I've done climbed some mountains after, but I approach nature with a very respectful approach once again, because like the ocean, mountains and stuff, it's not that we as humans, we conquer, oh, I'm better than you, so I'm on top and I'm dominating you. I don't think it's that the correct approach. It's mostly to go and enjoy and share and give the efforts to go and see these wonders of nature that are there for us, and not many people have the opportunity to enjoy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I didn't decide. I just said, yeah, for a little adventure. I thought I was going to come, not making that hard, that fast, and that hike. But with time, we progress and progress and progress. And then when we got to the camp, then I was going, maybe I'll go down. But then I was like, I've been doing pretty okay, the descents and stuff. And from camp to upwards, you need oxygen and you need high mountain equipment like thick jackets, and you need boots with, the soccer shoes that have like little touches, like they're called crampons. So they are like metallic, like forks, like let's say shoes with forks. The boots need to have like big forks, because to walk in icy surfaces with normal shoes is very slippery. So you need the crampons that get you there. So we needed equipment and stuff, and so I kept going, and little by little made my way. Sometimes I was physically exhausted and mentally exhausted, so I took time. I was very gentle to myself, but honestly, I didn't think I was going to conquer it, but it turns out that I did, and I said that I did from a very humble and grateful position, because it's a very hard task to do, but a very beautiful. And yeah, that was a long answer. Sorry, messy.
So what you meant is being humble and respectful of the factors of the succeed, like the success to the peak, the summit. So being humble and respectful, that's what help you to conquer the Everest.
Yeah, I like, to be honest, I met some people that was gonna make it to the summit, and they, for a certain reason, they didn't. So yeah, it's a very interesting. It has, like, in experience like this, has so many deepful thoughts and teachings, and it's not just walking in the mountain. Oh yeah, here's the mountain, come back. No, it's
Nicholas, your mic.
Nicholas. Tùy ra.
Class is muting.
yeah. Good.
I'm sorry, Nicholas. There was a mistake. Your microphone somehow was muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's a technical mistake.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Until when did you hear?
Yeah, from the beginning of the answer, actually.
Okay.
Like the last answer, the last question.
Yeah. Well, what I said is it's just like a process, like an arduous process, like going to the mountain. It could be compared to other processes in life when we experience big decisions or big changes, or things that imply big like big magnitudes of in our lives, like getting married, having a child, I don't know, buying a house, studying at university, starting a new job, going to a new country, is when you jump out of your comfort zone, right? So I strongly agree with when you jump out of your comfort zone, that's when beautiful things start happening in your life, because it involves lots of risk. If you invest in love, and you invest in a house, invest your time in the university or in a job, there is always risk. Risk is always there. So, but as they say, no pain, no gain. And if you don't risk something, you cannot achieve something, right?
Yeah.
Within your comfort zone, opportunities and successes in your life will come to say, "Hey, approach me. I'm here." No, you need to take risks, and also during the process, my mind was like, "I can't do this. I can't. I'm gonna die." I was like scared. I was like very frightening. So I think the mental, like having mental, like being humbly mental, like having a humble heart, help to say like, yeah, I'll come back at any time. If I feel like some altitude sickness or something, I could just come back. So I could come back at any time. And sometimes from certain places, there are also jeeps, like cars that could bring down people. And I saw many people coming down, many people coming down. But I was like, keep going slowly, listening to my heart, listening to my body. I'm doing okay, good. I'm enjoying this, and keep back. So it helped me to endure the hard times, and helped me to make it. And so instead of me conquering the mountain, I don't think so. I think I conquered myself. I conquered my own fears. I conquered my own anxieties, and I conquered the negativity of my mind telling me I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. I think most of you guys, if you're going to marry or do something big, you always have that chatter. Oh, this guy is not going to be good. I'm not going to do good at my job. So the negative things, anticipating the outcome of any events of your life, those things are there. But if you could say, hey, it's okay, take it easy, let's do it. Let's go and see how you go. Let's go and see how you go. And then it's a good way to approach big things. But yeah, I think being humble is one of the clues. Is one of the keys to succeed in big things that require big efforts or investments or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that patients in life, we need to take risks, right?
Absolutely.
But this is to risk your life. You know, if you get married to someone, wrong person, you marry to another one, you choose another job. It's quite easy. It's not. Of course, it's a failure in many people's eyes, but this is risking your life. It's a big deal. Yeah. So how could you have the courage to do it from the beginning before you start the trip?
Before, I don't know if you know a sport called downhill, which is in bicycles. You go just down in like descents in bicycles. You don't go up. You just, a car takes you to the top of the mountain and you go down. I've done that for a few years when I was younger, and I made it to the National League, and I was the champion of my state. So that helped me to kind of like, hey, I kind of good with sport, and things that require physical endurance like trekkings and stuff. My body it responds very well. I have good breathing capacity, and I kind of enjoy. I try to stay in the moment, not thinking. It's like when you go upstairs in a big staircase. Instead of, oh my God, I'm a little now, little, and then it helps you to get there. So I think also regarding to death, the fear of death is being grounded in our culture, but I think when you have to die, you will die. And I've seen like big accidents on airplanes and stuff when it's a big accident and someone survives, like, oh my God, no scratches. Or maybe there is someone that is in and they just have a heart attack. If you have to go, you have to go. So I think, yeah, it's good. And also, when I came to Saigon for first time, crossing the street, I was like, oh my God.
You're gonna die.
You could die at any time. And the other thing is in Everest, of course, you are in the mercy of nature. You know, a rock could fall on you, or a snow, or like a snowstorm, like a blizzard or something. But it depends more of you. Mostly when people die is because they tripped or they didn't look the hooks and the ropes properly. But in Saigon or other places, when you drive motorbikes and stuff, you are in the mercy of other people, because some people. So if someone commits a mistake, you could die for that people's mistake. You know, like for instance, when I ride sometimes and there is a red light. Some people, red light, and they go very fast, but sometimes people don't stop in red lights. So even if it's red light, I slow down and see there's no one, I beep, beep, and then if there's no one, I keep down, because I've experienced sometimes I'm going and people just blast away through red lights. So in Everest or like cycling or doing sports that involve risk, I think is your life relies mostly upon yourself, not only other people. So, and also when I started to ride my motorbike in Saigon, I was like, wow, this is intense. This is very intense. Because in the mountain, I had music and I just was walking very mindful, step by step, looking, But in a congestion of such magnitude, it's beep, 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 so many things, motorbikes coming from, it's a complete chaos.
Yeah, true.
Also, there is in Saigon, there is a big, I don't know if you know, guys, what is a roundabout? It's a point with many roads converge. So there is like a round thing, like you go around to get in any of the different roads. So it could be maybe 6 or 7 roads, and you get here, and then you need to wait, and then you need to turn out. In Saigon, there is a massive roundabout, and I was always scared about it. So then I started to walk around and analyzing and think, what should I do? Kind of analyzing the transit. And then once when I was feeling brave enough to do it, I drove through it. And it takes time. But I think the more you do something, when you start, hey, this is not too bad. Like, also I was thinking to myself, if other people do, I could do it, right? Yeah. So that could help a lot as well. So yeah, in the mountains, your life relies mostly upon yourself, not other people. Like in the cities, I see living in the cities, driving, it's very dangerous.
So you just said that Saigon is as dangerous as Everest. Even more dangerous because your life is someone's hand. Yeah. But Everest is your life is in your hand.
Exactly.
So it means that you must be very mindful during the trip.
Yeah.
You must be very mindful.
I provided some photos. I don't know if you guys saw them. Some of them. Some of the paths, they don't have handrails. Some of the parts of the treks are very there, like big rocks or something, and sometimes those rocks out of the blue just blast down. So I think it's a bit of a destiny to if you have to die. One day before, we were trekking one day, and one day before there was a car with some 12 tourists, and we got told that the car was like running, like going, and out of the blue a rock came and killed them all. So people died. Yeah, people die there all the time. And as a matter of fact, currently there are about nearly 200 dead people bodies up in different parts of the treks in going to Mount Everest. So it's fairly dangerous.
So how did you feel when you saw people die in front of you? Did it affect your like mentality, like mental, like this
I didn't see someone
Why?
dying in my face. Like
Okay.
the boss said when the day before.
Okay.
Gratefully, yeah, I didn't see like someone with my ass. That would be a bit
Yeah.
shocking. But yeah, once again, I try to be very mindful when I walk, and like very slow by slow. And I think if you're careful, you could do things. But also, we have the favor of the elements. The elements were very kind to us. There were no storms. We had very good sun. So we had the very good conditions, gratefully. And but there's been occasions when people start going, and then it's blue sky or something, out of the blue, conditions change in an hour or something. You have like a snowstorm, and then people get lost. If you don't know the path, if some paths are covered over snow, you could get lost, and then you could be, and there are parts of snow that are maybe here, but they are not that well supported. So you think that they are part of the path, and then when you come, they just collapse, and then you go. Yeah. So there are many risks up there, but there are many risks in life and many risks in the world. So I think it's better to live your life, do your best, try to enjoy what you do, but also don't live based on the fear of death. Just go for it. And if you have to go, well, try to enjoy and try to make the best out of your life while you're here.
I see. I know that you were very mindful during the trip, but there's some external factors happen all the time in Everest. So did you ever on the edge of dying, like have to seizing life from death?
As I told you before, we once there was like a rocky patch we were going down. Sorry, someone is saying Sam said something. I think you need to slow down your pace a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay, Sam, thank you for your reminding.
Look, everyone is smiling for that,
Okay.
Maybe it's too fast for them.
It's too fast for them,
Yeah. We keep it
I just woke up, so it's really hard for me to catch his speed, So like, okay, let him.
Okay, we will slow down.
Yeah.
We will slow down.
I'm not talking just to Messi. Sorry, guys. Apologize.
Don't feel shy to ask. Oh my God.
Yes, handsome. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh well, but
no, I just woke up. Hey. Then I was setting up. Then I try to listen, but it's too fast for me. I still feel sleepy. So I didn't control myself. Then I text you directly.
Oh yeah, Sam has 6 in the morning. It's 6:30 or 6 in the morning in India.
It's like
you are the foreigner. You don't can catch up with. Why we Vietnamese we can catch up with Nicholas?
Then I saw the notification. Then I tried to come up.
Your student talk now. Your student talk now.
Also, guys, if Sam wasn't here, if someone is speaking very fast or something, say, hey, slow down, relax, try to stop it. So people would be very happy if you tell them, hey, please, can you slow down? I can't understand what you say. Can you say it again? Because this is the objective, is for us to chat and to share something, not just someone talking without you understanding something. So every one of you guys, next time, if you don't understand something, or if someone's speaking very fast, please ask them to slow down and make things like easier for you to pick up, right? Yes,
no problem.
Okay, so for those who came late like Sam, and maybe you didn't catch what we have, completely catch what we have talked so far. So I was asking Nicholas about his trip, right? Like the difficulties and also the decision, why he took this decision, what was the difficulties during the trip. Yeah, so far that's it. So now I'm asking him, is there any moment that he's very close to death, like life and death. He's like on the edge of dying.
Yeah, I had one set up. It was a slope. It's like you go down, and then it's like a curve. And in some places there are no steps. It's not like a step, like a staircase or something. It's just rocks, so nobody goes and make things a bit safer. So I kind of tripped. I tripped down, but I was carrying walking poles. I don't know if you like sticks to walk. I had walking poles. And during the preparation time that we have before we go to the mountain, because you need to prepare a lot in many different ways, we had some chats, we had some hints and what to do in certain cases of a condition, if there is a snowstorm or if you trip. So we trained like when you prepare yourself before doing something. So I instead of like I was walking down, and instead of like going to the forwards, I have my backpack, so you push yourself backwards, and with your walking sticks you push yourself backwards. So instead of going to the front, I went to the back, and then you are like a spider. You open your legs and your arms like this, and yeah. So instead of like running down the hill, I managed to stay there. And it was very interesting time because it was very confronting. And I think the universe didn't want me to die there, because so many people, I got told by my fellow trekkers that so many people died by trips. When people trip, so many people die. So that was one, and I felt so compelled to not to die, that I kind of sat down for a while and had the opportunity to cry and say thanks for another opportunity, because like it could have ended up very badly. So I survived. Gratefully.
So you said that you took the train. So how much time did you take the train? Like how long for the training before the actual trek?
Like when we were in Kathmandu, then you go to Pokhara. And you go from Pokhara, you go to Besi Sahar. From Besi Sahar is a town that is in the bottom. So then the Himalayas start going up and up and up. Like, so it's a very long way. So we had some, as we walk, as we trek, people tell us what to do. So it's not in a classroom doing this. Well, we had some chats with the authorities from the parks about natural disasters and things that could happen. But as we walk is how we train. It's like I'm going to teach you how to ride a motorbike. I don't show you in the classroom. Okay, jump and then as you go, I'll teach you different steps and stuff. So it's mostly on as we go that we train.
But like in total, how much time? Like how many months of training? Or how many mountains have you trained to trek?
I think the whole process was 3 months. Going and coming up, the whole process of we need to do some exercises before, calisthenics, and you need to warm up your muscles before you start walking, and stretching is very important, because as you go up and up, there is less and less oxygen in the air. So it's harder to breathe, and your muscles need more oxygen. So we need to train all those things. But as I said, it's mostly as you go, little by little. You go ascend, and then the terrain starts to change, and then we got told what to do in certain points, in certain situations. Yeah.
So the whole process is 3 months.
Yeah.
To go up and down.
Could be more, could be less, but in certain occasions we couldn't trek for maybe 3-4 days, because conditions were not. We were about to go, and hey guys, the forecasts are not good. It's not clear sky, or could be a rainfall, could be there are many different natural elements like rain or snow. So sometimes we just have to wait. And it's very regarding that. It's important to respect the limits, respect yourself. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you have mental stuff, sometimes I don't know, come on, give me a break. It's important to acknowledge those things, because there's been cases in which people say, oh, there is a forecast of snow today. People, it's okay, we're gonna do it. When people don't listen and are not conscientious about their decision, that's when accidents happen and when things happen. So yeah, it's better to go with the flow and take it easy. Yeah. So it was about more or less 3 months in the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nicholas, is this the biggest achievement in your life so far? Like the greatest thing you have done in your life?
I think there are different. I see life as like a big buffet, you know. When you go to a 5-star hotel and there are so many types of dishes and different types of foods. So there is the salads, there is desserts, there is the soups, there is the drinks, there is the noodles, there are many factors and groups of situations that could compose your life, right? So regarding adventures, like being the state of the champion state for downhill, it was very big for me. It was because in that stuff I really wanted to do it. Whereas since the beginning, I didn't think that I was going to be able to conquer Everest. So it was very different. So yeah, it's and sometimes for people, get in a relationship or something could seem as something normal, but internally you might have some limitations or traumas that doing something in the little for other people could be very, very big for you. Like for instance, if someone is scared of spiders, someone could go, oh, this is spider, they take it and put it outside. For someone else, catching a spider would be like, no, I'm going to die. You know, so there are different successes. For instance, I was very scared of big butterflies, the black butterflies. So I had a little bit of internal trait. And once I was able to catch one, not to kill them, but just to put it outside of my house, because we used to have black butterflies. So successes and challenges are very relative, you know. So
yeah, because I always admire you, not just because you conquered Everest or you made it to Everest, but also your attitude. You know, you're still very humble, humble and modest. Yeah, respectful. You're not arrogant, something like this. Yeah. When people achieve something big in their life, they become more arrogant. Yeah, they feel over proud of themselves. Yeah. But I see you are very humble. So how could you maintain being humble? Yeah, like this.
I think it's better to be humble, and I think when decisions are run by your ego or your arrogance, then the outcomes could be a bit dangerous.
I see.
Yeah, I was you know, Australia has so many beaches. It has many coastlines. So once I nearly died swimming. So there was like a bay like this. How can I? Okay, I got this thing. There was a little bay here, right? More or less like this.
Yeah.
I'm showing you this. So we were swimming. So it was like a little island here. So we got to one side of the island. We swam, and the water was coming in, right? So we swam, and then at the moment when we swam around the little islet and we're going to go to the other side, so the water comes in that way to the bay, but we didn't know that the water came out in the other way. So as soon as we got to this water, I got caught in a current, and then I was taken pretty far inside of the sea, and wow, that was scary. That was so scary. So then I kind of learned to be respectful, very respectful. The ocean, mountains, everything, you need to be very respectful. Also be respectful of your own limits. listen to your heart and stuff, and don't go beyond your limits, because that's when dangerous situations can turn out, you know.
Yeah, but how could you distinguish going beyond the limit and the fear, you know, because like the mind will tell you, no, you can't do it, like your mind tell you, right?
Yeah.
So how can we classify this, recognize
I think I always say, people, if you don't know what to do, just listen to your heart. Your heart will tell you, because I love adrenaline. I am an adrenaline junkie. I've jumped from like airplanes with parachutes. I've jumped like bungee jumping. I don't know if you know bungee jumping. I've done bungee jumping. Yeah. I used to drive my car racing and doing races. And I know how to drive very fast. I know how to drive fast and fast. So I like the limits, you know. But sometimes if they're like a straight road, I like to go fast in my motorbike and stuff, but also within safe limits. You know, it's good fun. Yeah, when you push yourself beyond a little bit the limit, there is still a gap that better not to cross it, because I've had some accidents before, and that's because I went a little bit beyond my own limitations, so to speak. So
okay.
But I have to slow down a little bit, because I want to stick. I don't want to die just yet.
Yeah, so listen to your heart. Your heart knows what to do. Yeah.
Okay, guys, are you all listening? Am I talking too fast? Does anybody want to say something or any questions?
Okay, so I think this is the last question. Then I'll open for the students to ask your questions. Yeah, because normally they're very silent from the beginning. They don't know what to ask.
Okay,
so we have a small talk.
Show us thumbs up if you're listening, guys. Are
Thumbs
you
up,
understanding? Thumbs up. Hello? Thumbs up. Madeleine,
can you understand? Hello? Yes.
Can you understand?
If you understand, Nicola, thumbs up.
I'm trying to speak a little bit. Slow down. Calm down.
Okay, so this is the last question from Messi to Nicola. Yeah. After that, you guys attack him, okay? Ask him as many questions as
Bring
possible.
Them on. I'm happy to take them on.
Okay, so Nicola, how did your life change, or I mean the perspective of life that have changed? Like how's your life before the trip and after the trip? Is there any like significant change? Like the way you live?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a sentence that I read, it's a song as well, and it's named, I am stronger than what I thought I was. And I proved it. Yeah, as I said before, since the beginning, I was me, Mount Everest, the summit, not really. No, and I was a bit scared. I was a bit scared because it was a big jump out of my comfort zone. But once again, little by little, I learned how to, hey, mind, calm down. I'm gonna be okay. Just slow down. It's a process. So as I said before, it's comparable with doing something big in your life, you know? So take little by little, listen to your heart, but also try and jump out of your comfort zone, because that's when beautiful things happen in your life. So and believe in yourself. Sometimes, most of the time, we are stronger and capable to do so many things that we never imagined we could do.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nicola, for the lesson. And maybe we had okay, guys. So now you can start making questions. So I hope you understand a little things from our conversation. Is there anything you're not clear? Feel free to ask him again.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Please ask
anything
me
that you didn't catch. Yeah, about the trip, about the lessons that Nicola has learned. Anything that you are not clear, or any concerns that you want to ask, feel free. Okay. I'll pick a name.
Oh, why don't you let them raise your hand? Does anybody want to say something?
The first person, you have to force them, you know?
Okay, go for it, Messi.
Okay, let's see. Madeleine, you're there.
Hello, Madeleine.
Okay. A question.
Why you choose me the first person?
Because I know that
Nicholas,
teacher Nicholas.
how are you? This is my teacher, everyone. I'm so surprised when I read you have climbed the Everest, and I so surprised. Because unbelievable with me, and I want to ask you why this time you want to climb Everest. This time why you want to climb the Everest.
Thank you, Madeleine, for your question. I didn't wanted to do it, to be honest. I thought it was like, because there's a long way, it's a very long way walking there. So I was just thinking, I'm just gonna go for a walk and see how you go and see how I go, look around. But I thought I'll come back at some time when I'm not feeling that well, or I thought I was going just to spend a few days in the mountains and come back. I ended up going the whole way, yeah. So it was just a destiny. I think it was from the beginning. I didn't plan to do it. Yeah. So.
Is it clear, Madeleine? Is it clear? Yeah, it's a destiny. Yeah. We only went there for a few days in the mountains, like 3-4 days. But then, yeah, he started to feel like he wants to do it.
Yeah.
But he didn't plan from the beginning.
When I decided to go a little bit further, then we needed to do some arrangements and stuff. And I had a question for Sam. Sam just wrote here, how much money did I spend on the trip? It was about $35,000, more or less, with everything. Because you might say it's a lot of money, but you need to pay permits, and insurance. You need to pay the Nepalese government some money. And also there are people called Sherpas. The Sherpas are people who they're very experienced, and they carry things for you, because the higher you get, the less less oxygen there is in the air. So walking here is normal, but when you go up there doing things require more effort. To breathe, you require more effort, and sometimes you go very slow because it's a big effort. So you need people to carry things for you. You need a guide. You need people that cooks for you. Then you need people that find the safest path. And also when you are up in the mountain, you need ropes, because it could be easy to get lost. So you need to have the ropes as well. And you need to, people who pinch your tents and stuff. So it's about $35,000. That's more or less. There are people that spend way more. There are people that spend a little bit less, but I think 35,000 was okay. Yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Yes, you can raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Hello.
Julie.
Oh, Julie.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm really appreciate your lesson today. You tell with us, and I'm very surprised that you have a pretty appearance. You have pretty appearance, so you all the best heart.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julie.
Yes.
I appreciate you very much. You're very generous and a beautiful person.
Yes, and I have a deeply the deeply impression from your story that you say that no pain, no gain, and you say with us that you want to conquer the Everest mountain, that is not the reason. And the reason is you want to conquer yourself. You conquer the fear. You conquer the negative thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And from bottom of my heart, I'm really admire you.
Oh.
Yes.
Me too.
I admire you too, Jolie. Thank you so much for your words. So many people doesn't know that Jolie started her own business. That's a big risk. That's a massive risk as going to the mountain. You need to jump out of your comfort zone to start your own business. So I do admire you a great deal, Jolie, too. Jolie's my student, so we got to know each other a little bit. So very beautiful.
Yes, sure. Yes. And I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Yes. Is that recording to exchange your life with the dangerous journey? Because I hear that I'm very surprised that when you see the terrible scenes in front of your eyes, many people lost your life when they spend this trip. And I want to repeat that is that rewarding to exchange our life with this general journey.
Absolutely, it changes your perception because, as I said, when you take risks, is fearful, but beautiful things happen. You know.
Yes.
So as I said, when I started riding motorbikes, I know that people die in traffic accidents every day in Vietnam, and I decided to ride. So I think it's more or less the same.
Yes, I'm very surprised, and I think you have the strongest motivation in your mind, in your life. And do you have any plan? Spontaneous plan in the future when you want to conquer the targets?
I think conquering comes from an ego. Conquer means that I'm better than you. It's like when you overcome something, when you are better than something, or like, I think the only thing I want to conquer is my ego, and I want to be a better person and be able to share more and understand. Some like society teaches us you need to be strong. Boys don't cry. You need to be tough. No, accepting your own vulnerabilities, accepting that we could die at any time, accepting that we need help from people, accepting that we're nothing compared to the mountain or the ocean. We humans, we think that we could control everything, but that is not true because we cannot even control ourselves. So I think if we humble, not only we going to the mountain or to the ocean, if we humble and recognize that things could go wrong at any time, I think that helps us to be very appreciative of what we have. Yeah.
Yes, let me know if you have any plans.
For
Me
now,
too. Me too. I will follow you.
Yeah.
I advise you not carry them.
Well, why don't you ride your motorbikes here to Hue? And I'm planning on going all the way up to Hanoi, and maybe go to Fancy Pan or something. I'm not sure about the weather, but yeah, come and join the adventure.
And teacher Nicholas, in the North Vietnam, have a lot of mountain and have a lot of cave. You can try, for example, Sơn or Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng, the Heaven Cave. Yeah, so amazing.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. However, there is the weather right now. Weather is very cold up there, and before going to Everest, I did Annapurna, which is another big round. So for now, I don't want cold weather. I'm kind of like happy to be in warm weather because I've been in cold weather for a long time. So I've been thinking maybe Hanoi I could do, or no, I'm still deciding. But if I don't go to Hanoi, I'll ride my motorbike very slowly back to Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah, so if anybody feeling like having a long adventure on the road, come over.
Yes, we see Miss Hing can raise.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Hello,
So
Miss Tan.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. And it is my first time here. So actually, I want to tell you something about myself.
Yes,
It is
please.
the first time I joined this meeting, and I want to introduce myself.
Mhm.
My name is Thanh Huyên, and I have joined some meetings with others foreigners before. So you can call me with my English name Julie, and I come from Thai Binh, Vietnam, which is far from the capital city, about more than 100 kilometers, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for introducing yourself. Do you have any questions? Tan Huyen, or Julie. So we have Jolie and Julie.
Julie,
And so you can call me with my Vietnamese name. It is okay.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have any questions?
The questions for you, right?
Or something else you want to share, or what you think?
Yeah,
about anything?
okay. So the question that I want to ask is that, can you tell me about the schedule of this meeting? Does it occur usually, or it is open when you just have free time?
Okay, you will ask question for Nicholas, okay? For this question, we will answer. You can contact us later. But this is a meetup with Nicholas. Yeah,
okay.
so ask him questions if you have.
Maybe could Messi or Jolie or something get in touch with her through Facebook and guide her? Yeah, get her into the club. Yeah. So, do you have any? I don't know. Any more questions? Something you want to know?
Yes, I want to know about your job and your country. Tell me about yourself a little bit.
Fantastic. Absolutely. I will tell you all. I was born in Colombia in South America. When I was little, very little, my family moved to Australia. And also my mother is French, I spent several years of my childhood studying as well in France with my mother's family. So, and now I live in Vietnam. So I don't consider myself being from one country. I'm a citizen of the universe, so I think that.
Yes, so you are living in Vietnam now?
Yes, I do. I've been nearly Hainam, and I just got my new visa for Hainam more. So I'll stick around for a bit.
2 years, about 2 years.
Don't worry.
You can speak Vietnamese.
Yes,
I just speak few words, but every time I have the opportunity to show off the only few words I know, I'll do it.
Yes, you matter.
Yeah.
I matter in Vietnam. I can teach you.
Oh, yes, please. Okay.
Okay, I need more hands. More hands.
More hands up.
Right, no raising hands. Yuri, you go for it. If you don't raise your hand, I will be aggressive, okay? So better raise your hand. Okay, Yuri, go.
Okay, so it is my pleasure to be here. So I want to ask you that the last time, no, it is not the last time, but some minutes ago, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Love that question.
Okay, Huỳnh Thanh, so next time don't be late, okay?
Okay.
It's occurring at 9 a.m. You're supposed to be here at 9 a.m. If you are late, we cannot tell you, okay? We cannot repeat. Okay, so I texted you already. I texted you all the details about the group and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to our topic today, guys. Yuri, go. Thắm Lê, Yuri, go. Question.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. My name is Suri. You have a mistake.
Sorry, Suri and Yuri. We have a Yuri here. Sorry, Yuri.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chabu-san.
Yes, and I want to ask you, before the journey, I think you prepare a lot of things, and I think a good health is the most important. How did you practice for you have a good health? Can you share with us?
Yes, I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for nearly 14, well, vegetarian for nearly 14 years. But when I was in Australia, I used to drink lots of alcohol and party and take drugs and be very unhealthy, as most young people do. But then after a certain time of like meeting some people and going to India, I started to kind of taking care of my body. And it works. It works because I think if you eat healthy, if you sleep, if you take care of your body, your body will take care of you. So that's why I trust myself to go to the mountains, because it was I think the physical health was there, but my mental chatter was still there. But I kind of made a deal, hey, take it easy and let's try to make this happen, and that happened. So eating very healthy, sleeping well, drinking water, and doing exercise is good for you guys. So try to do some exercise. I don't know if you like video games or something, or too much Facebook and stuff. Try and go and see the world. You live in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country. So going out and see real things instead of like being on screens and Netflix and stuff all the time, because the real world is beyond the screens. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Did you have any more questions, Suri?
So I want to ask you another question.
Yes, please.
Your journey will last 90 days.
Approximately, yeah. Approximately 3 months.
Yes, it's a long time. I think you make a lot of difficult. So can you share with me the most difficult thing in your journey, and how did you feel at that time?
Interestingly, the difficulties didn't come from nature. Difficulties came from humans. The Nepalese government was a bit, so they wanted more money, and we had because we didn't speak the language, and so we had some guides and some agents that they say, oh yeah, we could help you with the permits and stuff. So we gave them some money in advance, and then they didn't respond to messages, and then they just disappeared with some money. So we had to find someone else and pay again. So we had lots of difficulties. And sometimes someone said, oh yeah, you can go to the park, you can do these things. So other people say you can't. So it was dragging to deal with your authorities for the parts. I think that was the hardest part, because once we were in the mountain, once again, we rely upon ourselves. But when you make the permits, authorities, police, all that stuff is very dragging, and it's like a lottery, So it took us a lot, and we had to give some coffee money and do so many things, and but it's patience. And once again, no pain, no gain. If you really want to do something, try. Oh, you can do this way. Okay, try another way, and persistence. It helps you to get there. Don't give up. If you really want to do something with your heart, just try hard. Yeah.
Thank you. I learned from you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
That's the truth. Yeah. The difficulties come from human, not the nature.
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah, most of the time, even in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, Suri, thank you for your question. Suri, pick someone else. I don't see any hands, so pick someone else.
No,
give a name.
Yeah, I saw many raising, making the hand like this. Maybe she wants to ask some question.
Yes, I did. I raised my hand because I couldn't find the reactions of raising hands, so that's why I had to raise my hand like that.
That's good. I like
sorry.
it.
Doing like this.
Sorry.
Maybe she was just
I
stretching her
realized
hand. She was just stretching her hand.
I'm sorry. Because I came here late, so I don't know if my question is repeated. If my question is something you talked about or not. That's why I feel, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't ask.
No, your question is very welcome. It doesn't matter.
Thank you. I just asked, why do you choose Vietnam for staying right now and more time in the future? Why Vietnam? Because we have a lot of interesting countries around us. So why Vietnam this time?
Interesting. I will answer your questions with a sentence. You don't know what you have until it's gone, So
no.
When I went to India and I came to Vietnam, everyone was like, oh, Australia, oh, France, oh, Colombia, I really want to go there. But then I choose to live in Vietnam because living in Vietnam is paradise. Vietnam is very beautiful.
Wow.
And you know something, I have the fortune to visit many countries around the world, but in Vietnam, I feel very, very, very safe. This country is so safe. It's incredibly safe. And so I always say this, and some other Vietnamese people, why are you talking about this? Is very unsafe. But those are people that haven't been overseas and they don't know what's to live overseas in very unsecure countries. So I love Vietnam because tôi ăn chay, and you can find com chai.
Oh, a lot. We have a lot of vegetarians here and yummy food.
Yeah, and I've met some community like in Mang Den. I met very full communities. So it's very easy to connect with people. Vietnam is a Buddhist country. I'm not particularly religion. I think my religion is love. Love is my religion.
Cute.
But I found that countries that are Buddhist, people tend to be good, it's good. In the United States or France or Colombia or Australia, it's very unsafe. People steal things all the time. It's very, I know Vietnam might happen sometimes, but I feel the sense of safety of Vietnam is very beautiful. As well as nature is very good. And also I am an engineer. So I found out that my dream was to be a teacher, and I work hard to be a teacher. I used to have a very strong Australian accent, so I've been trying to soften it and making myself easier to be understood. And through my university, which is RMIT, I studied in RMIT in Australia, and there is an RMIT university in Saigon. So through them, they found that I could teach in Vietnam. They helped me to arrange something. And now my dream is fulfilled. Now I'm a teacher and I love it. I work in a public...
They are arranging your teaching job at RMIT, or they provide you the degree so that you can teach in any language centers?
I did a study, I did a course there to get the license to be able to teach in Vietnam. They helped me finding jobs, but I found a company, because most of them are international schools with very rich kids and everything's money. No, I really wanted I wanted to study. I wanted to work with a public school in a normal suburb with working class people, because I feel it feels more real. I've done works with international schools before, but I feel when kids are too spoiled, I don't judge, but I prefer to work with humble people, with people that has to work, because I think they appreciate life and they appreciate education more than rich people.
I understand your point, but it will affect your finance somehow, because when you work for the international schools, the pay is higher, that much more than when you work in the other suburbs schools.
That's very true.
Can you manage that? Because you have to manage your finance somehow to live on.
That's very true, but it's enough. For me, satisfaction, it's more important than money. Money, of course, is necessary, but I am a humble hippie. I don't spend that much money. And for me, being happy with my job is more important than being paid a lot of money if I'm feeling frustrated or not happy. No, for me, satisfaction and enjoying life is way more important than money. Yeah,
I see.
so you could get to manage that. So guys, if you hate your job, if you hate your boss, come on, try to find something, and it's possible to find something you love doing. I've done horrible jobs when I was at university and struggling for money. No, like we spend like most of half of our lives working. So try to make sure you really enjoy what you do for work. Yeah. Anything else, Muni?
That's a good answer. I shouldn't ask too many questions.
No. Welcome. I love this. This is like a meeting with friends. It's not, oh yeah, every questions are very welcome. I'm very humble and grateful to have the opportunity to share with you guys.
Thank you.
Also, if someone else wants to share their life experience or something, everyone is welcome, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of which, Muni, I can hear that you have a very beautiful British accent. So did you study in
Thank you.
Did you study in the...
Actually, I just studied English in Vietnam, but I don't know why I got the British accent, and I didn't pay attention to that at all. And then actually, I am an English teacher. That's why.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm not a student.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, that's why.
Happy Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day.
Everybody, this is a guest for the last day in the December, so you can come with her. I invite her down.
I have known Mia in another group for something else. I'm not going to say that now. And then Mia told me that, okay, Moni, do you want to have a talk to share something with the group or not? And I felt like, okay, I'm not sure what I can share with you guys, because a lot of hosts, a lot of speakers are really good and successful. And yeah, like Nicholas, he climbed up to Everest, right? So it's a really huge achievement. Yeah, it's really a big one, and he's so humble, and he has a lot of lessons in life. And so the speakers here are excellent like that, and I wonder if I have something to share with you guys or not. So I asked Mia, okay, Mia, do you think I have anything to share with them? I'm not sure if I can share anything, because I'm not sure if it's interesting enough for you guys. But Mia asked me, okay, just come here and say what you think, and then I will have a talk with you guys at the end of December.
Yeah.
So I am here to learn from Nicholas, so to see how Nicholas deliver the messages and how the talk is going and how to interact with the other people. That's I'm here to learn.
Okay, Moni. So
go ahead.
Please don't stop. Please don't stop. Talk more.
What's that? I thought you want us to talk slowly, but I don't really talk slowly. So why do you want me to talk more, Sam?
No, it's like, it's better than watching a movie. It's like, I'm watching your expressions, you know. It's better than watching a movie. I love it.
Regarding what Muni said, I think we are all here to learn something, you know?
Yeah.
And also, guys, and Muni, don't underestimate yourself. Everyone has a lesson to share. Everyone has been through struggles. Everyone already has beautiful things and successes and fears and frustrations. So don't never underestimate yourself. We always like, even the Dalai Lama or the Buddha, always we have the opportunity to share and to learn something from anyone else. So nobody is too big or too little. We are all the same through different experiences. And something very interesting is that I had a job in Australia, and we had a Vietnamese lady in the company. She used to work cleaning, and she used to work cleaning and stuff. And my boss was a bit arrogant to her. I'm like, do that and stuff. And then it's because she doesn't speak English and stuff. I'm like, okay, but did you try to communicate with her? So I tried to talk to her, and that lady, she was very like, it's scared of talking to the big boss, but I approached her like, hey, how's it going? I'm friendly, and like, what's going on? I've been to Hanoi before, and I told her, and we got to communicate. And he ended up being a very rich lady in Vietnam. She has a big like assets and stuff, but she wanted to experience, even though she was maybe 50 something, or she was very brave to go and experience a different culture. And I told her, like, but you don't have the money, you don't need the money, clearly, you could be traveling and stuff. And she said that she wanted the experience. So never underestimate someone, and don't underestimate yourself. So we all have values, and we all have beautiful things to share, and mostly importantly, things to learn. So think about it.
Yeah, thank you, Nicholas.
You're welcome.
By the way, I am I changed my diet a bit last year. I used to eat a lot of meat, especially red meat, because you know, like the working out people, they go to the gym and they eat a lot of protein and they want to keep fit and strong. So I used to eat a lot of red meat. Then I read a book about diet, and I started eating vegetarian food. I'm not 100% vegetarian right now, but I try to have more vegetarian food, like 50-50 right now.
Amazing.
And yeah, so it's a really nice start at the beginning, and until now it's even easier for me to get more vegetarian food. And I have no idea why, but I can feel that when I change my diet, my mindset is changing somehow. Absolutely. And my mood and my emotion, it's easier to control my emotion much better than I used to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's why I understand it's quite like a journey, and we don't know why we chant in that journey that way. If you ask me to eat vegetarian food like 4 years ago, I would laugh a lot. Because it's not my favorite. I'm not a fan. I was not a fan. But now I'm kind of into it. So yeah, that's why I know that Vietnamese in Vietnam we have a lot of good vegetarian restaurants or vegetarian food. And when you said about your diet, I was like, okay, yeah, that's a journey.
Thank you.
That's
what
we are doing.
Thank you for sharing that, Moni. See that you have something to share. See that you have a nice story to share. See.
Thank you, Nicholas. The meetup is the buffet where we have Nicholas as food like Australian food, and we have the vegetarian stuff from you. You know, so it's a buffet. You don't need to compare you to others. Okay, thank you, Moni, so much for your sharing. Okay, Sam.
Yep.
Pick up someone. I don't allow you to speak.
No,
pick up someone.
Yeah, I'm already taken. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm still watching the movie. It's really good.
Elena.
I will pick. Yeah, Lena.
Elena. Yeah, Elena. Yeah.
Lena. Yeah. That's
okay. Sorry, I missed maybe 20 minutes because I am busy today. So I heard you said Himalaya. So I don't know you ever climb Himalaya or just now travel Himalaya. So I knew my friends now ever climb on the Himalaya. So I don't know. I want if you know the Himalaya, you can compare Himalaya with Everest. Maybe Himalaya not best high. So and my friend said it's difficult to climb, so you can share if you know it to us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your question, Lena. The Himalayas are a whole mountain range, like a mountain range is like a group of mountains, mountain.
Oh, yeah.
So many mountains. And the Himalayas go through Pakistan, through India, through Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet, and also parts of China. So it's a long range of mountains. So Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world, is 8,800 meters above sea level. But there are so many mountains, part of the Himalayan range, that are still very, very high. So, and yeah, some people, you could just go around without going that high. And there are so many different hikes and peaks that people could go and see. Yeah, but Mount Everest is the highest. However, I don't know if you know, guys, about a mountain called K2. K2 is 8,600 meters above sea level, a bit less than Mount Everest, but is way, way harder to get up. It's crazy. Like Mount Everest, to a degree, is easier than K2, and they are very like so it's different difficulties, but also different people have different strengths. Some people are very good at climbing, some people are going at walking long distances. So it depends on different person in different mountains. Yeah.
Can you share about the climbing process, the dangerous you got from you climb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and sorry, and best dangerous. Do you remember the end of life when you climb the Everest?
Yeah. Dangers are so many dangers, like, tripping when you go and then there's something and you trip. You could, so many people die of like trips because there's no handrails and stuff. And sometimes you're walking, let's say my race band is the path. So the mountain is like this, you go here, beep, walking. And if you trip and if you're not like careful, then you go down of the mountain.
Yeah.
Or sometimes there are rocks here, so you're walking here, sometimes out of the blue, there's some wind or something, the rocks come down. So people die there at all times. It's very dangerous. But at the same time, people die in the world every day. So I think it's an interesting perspective,
When you see the people die, do you scare or?
Gratefully, in the mountain, I heard of people dying some days before, but I didn't, with my eyes, I didn't see anyone dying, and I don't like to experience that. For instance, when guys, when you drive motorbikes in Vietnam, sometimes you see accidents, and if there is someone that always do this, I try not to. I don't like to see like dead people on the road. Like, no, thank you. I prefer not to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Okay. I don't know. Very good job. Great question. Wow. You're the champion today. Okay, Ngọc Quyên. Are you waiting so long now?
Me, I'm here. Yeah. And yes, so I have something to share with you guys, and I used to have a friend who's from Nepal, and she shared with me a lot of like traditional holiday and also like a range of Himalaya, it's called Everest, and yes, she showed me a lot of pictures of is. And I was like, wow, I just imagine myself someday having opportunity to pack up and go straight to Everest and just climb up or whatever. I saw, oh wow, it's like breathtaking view. It's so wonderful. It's like awesome. And okay, and I think that's it. But excuse me, I have a question. But it's not kind of relative. But I want to ask you that have you ever find it difficult to like learn something like language? Because as I know, you are the people who know a lot of language, like multilingual people, but or whatever. I know I like or maybe language or something new. Have you ever like feel that's so difficult to learn? Like it's like your the hardest challenge.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Well, currently I'm struggling learning Vietnamese. Thank you. It's been a very interesting challenge. And yeah, I challenged myself to ride a motorbike in Vietnam. Now I made it. So guys, if you want to learn something, at the beginning, learning something new is going to be hard. But if you see someone else that can do it, then you can do it, right? So when people speak to Vietnamese people and they say, oh, my English is very bad, it's very bad. Stop saying that. If I told my Vietnamese is very bad, then I'm gonna put myself, I can't do it. It's not that you're bad, it's lack of practice. If you practice more, you get better, right? So encourage yourself to learn Vietnamese or play the guitar or Japanese, anything in life. If you really want to do something, just keep going, keep going. Sometimes you will get frustrated about, oh, I can't understand this, I cannot pronounce properly or something, but keep practicing. There is another sentence that practice makes perfect, or practice makes masters. If you really want something, practice, practice, practice. You will get to a point that you feel, oh, I feel better and better. That's how things work. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure. It's been great. Yeah.
Nicholas needs to practice. Yeah, Nicholas needs to practice to climb Everest. So if you want to speak English fluently like him, of course, you need to practice. We cannot get around it.
Yeah, everything. And also one thing I wanted to say, if you speak English, don't be shy committing mistakes. Committing mistakes is beautiful and it's encouraged, because by committing mistakes is how we learn doing something, right? So I don't speak much Vietnamese, but every time I have the opportunity to say xin chào or say something in Vietnamese, I know it's not good, but I don't care. I practice, I keep going. So if you work with some foreigners or something, don't feel ashamed of talking in English. The more you speak, it will give you confidence, and nobody is going to say, oh, but your English is not good. No, don't say it is not good, because it's not that it's not good, it's lack of practice. So keep practicing, and then you will get better with time. Okay, guys?
Okay, so this is also the words to the one who didn't turn on the videos and camera and unmute today. My God, why you are here just listening? Speak. My God, I don't know why many people registered, and I know they are good because they are my students. And I know they can do it, but they just hiding. I don't like it. Okay, so listen to Nicholas today. Committing mistakes. You need to make mistakes to be able to speak. If you don't open your mouth, how can you speak? This is the norm, a normal logic. And I know that they can, but they think they cannot. My God, and the fear, you see, the fear, you are too worried. Yeah, so open everything, open your heart, open your mind, open everything, open your mouth too.
Open your mouth, yeah.
You want to speak? My God.
Yes, very
Okay,
dangerous
guys,
upon everything.
and Nicholas and all the guests, they are not dangerous, right? Especially Nicholas is a vegan. He doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat you.
No, I don't bite.
Yeah. Even he doesn't bite you. My God. I hope to see you guys next week. Opening the camera, okay? Because it's not nice, guys. It's not nice to communicate without seeing the expression, seeing you are smiling, okay? It's just we see the robot, even not the robot. We see nothing, just the name. It's not nice, okay? And
Yes,
it's okay. We are very patient. Not me, of course, Nicholas or the guests. They're very patient. They listen to you, even though you repeat the questions many times, the same questions. It's okay because they are here to help you. Okay? If you don't communicate here, when you meet your boss, what happens? Okay? When you meet someone you love, you lose your love because you cannot propose her. It's a chance for you. We are here for you to practice. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, Mia, your turn. Question.
Me?
Yes,
Mia,
please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I really love your story, Nicholas. So for beginner, what should we do when you want trekking like you?
Just go. There are, oh my God, Vietnam has so many beautiful treks. Starting for Fancy Pan, there's so many mountains. I don't know, guys, if you have been to Mang Den in the Con Tum province where Messi is and Le Plateau is. There are so many mountains, many national parks. So go there and experience nature. That's how you have a feel. Sometimes there are mountains up and down the hills. There are rivers and stuff. So if you want to try trekking, there are so many groups on Facebook. I belong to some trekking groups on Facebook that they go maybe from main cities, maybe Da Nang or Hanoi and stuff. They organize trekking excursions to certain places. You go 3-4 days camping stuff. Could be maybe Mop Chieo or something. And yeah, so if you really want, there are some groups and stuff, and Vietnam has plenty of places where you could just go and trek and experience what light trekking is. Yeah. And if you want a little bit of difficulty, then try Fancy Pan.
Yeah, I want to try Fancy Pan and but not know because
I'll come with you.
Yeah, really? Yeah. So I climb on the rain day. So, but when the sunrise, I can see so beautiful. But when I climb down, it's rain again, so difficult to go.
Yeah. I really like trekking because it kind of resembles life processes, you know, when you are studying or working, or when you are on the path of doing something, then you experience so many different things. You experience sometimes encouragement, like, oh, I'm doing great. This is amazing. Like at your job or your relationship or whatever you're learning. Oh, I speak English very well today. Or other days they're like, oh my God, I feel terrible. I committed mistakes. I feel very low, very down. So maybe we could say that life could be like trekking a mountain, you know? Maybe.
So with me, when I asked my friend about trekking, a little people can check in because my friends say you need strong health, or you need to buy something, and you need a lot of, and make you before that you can have a lot of money. So I don't know how to begin it, how to start it. and have a lot of presents in my brand.
I understand, but if you really want to do something, don't listen to people. Go do your own research. Try trekking. If you start trekking, you don't go to Mount Everest right away. Even in Nepal, there are so many little mountains that you could go for 1 or 2 days. You don't need that much money. You could go alone. So there are different types of difficulties, as well as in Vietnam. There are many walks through different mountains in different provinces. So go and explore and stuff. You don't need much money. Even if we're in whichever region you are, you could say, hey, are there any national parks? Are there any mountains or something? You could go for 1 or 2 hours in a walking trek or something. I'm sure you will find something, and then you could taste it. So you don't need much money. You could be closer than when you think. Another thing is, I love secondhand things. I don't like buying new things. So if you want to buy some trekking shoes or some like a backpack or something, try secondhand. In most cities, I love that in Vietnam too, there are secondhand shops where you can find shoes and clothes and backpacks, so many things, as well as on Facebook. People sell secondhand things all the time. So you don't need that much money to do things. And also secondhand things are great because I bought my backpack is secondhand. If I didn't buy secondhand, maybe the person would put it in the rubbish and it would be polluting. So better to use many things as much as it is possible, you know?
Yeah, Nicholas is a secondhand man, you know?
Oh my God, yes.
He's a genius. I saw his backpack and I asked him, where did you buy it? Because it's waterproof, you know, it's waterproof. It should be very expensive in Nepal. Yeah, they sell for tourists. And I asked him, Nicholas, you should share about this backpack. How did you find it? How did you remake it?
Yeah, wait, actually, I'll bring the backpack so you can see it.
It's amazing.
I'm putting some things out of it.
Yes, please show us.
Backpack.
Yes,
okay.
His home.
This is the famous backpack. So
This is his home.
this is my
It
backpack.
looks so cute.
He bring everything there.
Inside there. One morning, it's not secondhand. I found it in a park. It was empty. It was very dirty and stuff. I was like, oh my God, it's a backpack.
Yeah.
So I saw it and nobody was around and it was empty. So I thought someone lost it or something, but it was empty. So what I did, let me just take these things out. It didn't have, oh, sorry. It didn't have this, didn't have the handles. So I know a place where you could take backpacks and they fix it. So I love red and see the red stripe, the red stripes, and see this material here. The backpack had some holes. So on the street, I found a tarp. So I get the person to put the tarp inside. See, it has the tarp that we see those tarps everywhere and they're waterproof. So they put it inside because the material was no good. And then, so the material, the original material is black, but in here I had some holes. So I decided, oh, let's make it inside and it looks good and it's waterproof, you know? And it didn't cost me much. So, and it's a beautiful backpack and I love it because I found it on the street. So
How many?
How much?
It's good. Yes, I always use the second hand, the dress and coat and everything. I like second hand. Like the second hand is so good and beautiful more than the new. I like.
That's very good. Also clothing, you know, clothing to get the cotton and all the materials to buy, to fabric, to make new clothes. It costs nature a lot of effort. It involves water and cotton, and there's so many processes. Whereas you go and buy a secondhand shirt or something, it's cheaper. You can buy more things, you can wear it. It's very beautiful and it has a story. You wash it properly, and I found it interesting because you can think, oh, about this shirt secondhand, it's been somewhere else, it belongs to someone else. I think it's very beautiful.
Yes, that's the only version There's not any
unique version. Yeah.
Yes, unique version.
Yeah. Another thing is in life, you can find a way to live very alternatively. What it means, like not basing your life in money. If I didn't buy secondhand things, I would have to buy brand new things, and they are more expensive. And to buy something, you need to work, right? And most of us don't really like to work so much. So you could work less to buy less things. So if you spend less money, you need to work less, and therefore invest time in doing what you really love doing, right? So you could live alternative lives and try to like buy secondhand things, use public transport or use a bicycle, or that type of stuff.
Bicycle, yeah. I just buy a bicycle secondhand, so beautiful. Yes.
Oh, Lina.
Yes. And maybe sometime you can buy unicorn and stranger.
Yeah. That's very nice. Also in the market, oh guys, please, if you go to the supermarket to buy your like bananas and fruits, I think you should go to the local market and support people that lives on the street and people that sell things on the street. Because Co-op supermarket or Vinmart, they're very rich and stuff, and it's good. Whereas the poor lady that goes to the street to sell the bananas, they're there. But if it rains, if it's cold, and nobody comes to buy her bananas, then she has no income and no money. So try to support people like little businesses and alternative businesses, because the big corporations, I think it's better to support little businesses or little markets. So please try to buy your things from there. And it's cheaper and it's a nicer experience, And sometimes the tomatoes I bought in a supermarket are very different than the tomatoes you buy in a local market from a farmer. So they're healthier and nicer. So think about it, please.
Yeah, and Mia, also the people who tell you there's a lot of things to prepare, they warn you a lot, they never do it before. Because the people who did it, they always advise you to do it. But the people who never did it, they always think of the excuses. Before I went to India, they said, oh, you'll be raped, and this and that and this and that. I was waiting and nobody raped me. It's sad.
It's true.
It's sad, you pay all the way to India and no one raped you.
Yeah.
So the people who never travel, they said travel is dangerous. The people who said trekking is difficult and expensive, they never trek, because the experiences that you have is more than money. It costs more than money, So that's why, like the person like Nicholas, the experienced person, he always says, no, do it. But the people who never done it in their life, they say, no, stay at home. So don't listen to those, because they never do it before and they are scared.
Absolutely. Guys, if you want to do something, find a way. If you're going this way, oh no, I can't, then try and walk around and find another way. If you really want something, you will find a way to do it. I find on the internet, like Mia, for instance, wants to start trekking, you could find on the internet or Facebook, Vietnam trekking groups or blogs. And then you could, I've written something.
I enjoy it.
So then you could find advice from people that, as Messi said, people has done it before, they share their experience, and then you could gain some experience from that. Yeah.
Okay, Sam, your turn now. I know that you're waiting so long.
No.
Okay, you're the last one.
I just made an action like Monet.
Because your teacher style is very talkative, but I have haunted him for so long, like almost 2 hours now. Okay, it's your turn now, Sam.
Okay, what to ask? Yeah, like, what about your mind before planning a trip? Yeah, namaste ji. Yeah, yes, teacher Nicholas. What is your mindset before planning a trip? It will be So what are the things you think, and like what are the things you remember to take, and what are the things you don't care if you don't have? You understand my question, guys?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Most important things, my passport is very important. So I keep my passport in a waterproof thing once, because I was traveling once and it started raining so much and my passport got wet. So at the time of traveling, I had lots of problems with it. Now my passport is sealed. So if I have my passport, if I have my credit cards and my insurance, those are the most crucial things. That's the first. Also my phone, my computer, and also I'll show you. These two guys are so important for me. They are like my kids. They are my siblings. They have traveled the world with me. So if they're with me and my passport and stuff, I'm happy with the rest if it's not there.
So sweet.
Yeah, I love them. I found this one in Vietnam. I found this one I think in Campbell, in a market, in a pile of rubbish. I saw him, I was like, oh my God, this guy is so beautiful. So I watched him and now he's very beautiful. And this one, I found him in Australia, in a highway. Maybe a little girl from a car dropped it or something, and he was being run over from other cars. So I found him and my friend fixed it, and now, so I'm not traveling alone, I'm traveling with this too. Yeah. And also, guys, if you're going somewhere you don't know, a mountain or a country, just make sure you know what you're doing once you get to the airport, or what you need. If you're going to nature, is there water? Do you need food? Do you need trekking shoes? Like, make sure you prepare, you read a little bit about how are you going to get to the place? What do you need? So if you prepare yourself a little bit in advance, bring your food. Is there any food? For instance, if I go somewhere, is there any vegetarian food? There is no vegetarian food, so I bring my own food. Bring your own water. Bring your camping tent. Is it cold? Do I need a jacket? So you could ask yourself, put yourself in this situation when you are already there. Like for going to Everest, you need to bring everything you need. So there are people carrying water, they're carrying food. So if you put yourself there, okay, I'm in Everest, I am in the mountain, I'm hungry, I need shoes, I need socks. So you put yourself, you foresee yourself in the place where you're going, then you could think what you could really need. And if you haven't experienced it, as I said before, you can read blogs or find groups on Facebook or on the internet about people advising, giving you advice about before you do something or going to a particular place. Yes. Very long answer, teacher Sam.
Thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's choose Tổ. Three Tuk. Big Dream Chúc.
Three
Jenny Lou.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we register to listen. They register to listen only. Yeah, they are not confident yet to speak. Yeah, no, so I understand.
Say hello,
yeah.
Something. Say hello. Say.
Okay, guys, are you still there, Jenny Lou? How? Are you still there, Yuri?
Say something. At least say Chabui-san or something. Yes. I want to listen to you.
Only just turn on camera to take a photograph.
It's like giving attendance, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some people, they register, maybe they cannot attend all the time. So they need to mute the video also to do something else. Yeah, they are not here all the time.
Yeah, Jenny Lou is here.
Jenny Lou is here?
Yeah. I see her not.
Use based on clinical copy and emotion.
Or maybe she's like in class.
Message you.
Who's speaking?
I think Jenny Lou is in a
around me
in a classroom or something.
Okay.
It's okay, Jenny Lou. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
How? Yeah.
How
is it? It's not because
open my mouth. I'm not open my own camera.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, we know they are there.
Thank you.
Okay. It gets noisy, yeah.
I understand.
Okay, guys. So it's quite long already. It's almost 2 hours. So maybe I will wrap it up. Okay, with the last question from Nicholas. The last message. So Nicholas, if you had a chance to talk to young people in the university, you like brought a speech to them, what message that you would like to bring to them?
Fight for your happiness. Work for your happiness. If you don't know what to do, ask your heart. If you're not happy with a job, quit it. If you like, also live your own life. Don't live the life that your parents or your friends or your partner wants to live. Live your own life. Dare to break the rules, and also be humble and try to help people. It doesn't matter if you're poor or rich or whatever. You can always help someone and share something. And also try to, something that helps me a lot is to try to focus in 5 things that every day before you go to bed, okay, I'm gonna think about 5 things that help me, that made my life
Recording
nicer.
stopped.
Maybe you hate your job.
Recording in progress.
But you met your little brother and he gave you a hug. Nice. And then you, on your way to work, you saw some beautiful flowers, and that's number 2. You sat down and had a beautiful fall soup. Oh, that was nice. Number 3. And your boss came and said, hey, good job with that report. It was very good. Number 4. And then your mother give you a call. Hey, son, I love you. Thank you so much. Like something, that's number 5. If we focus in the positive things of life, your life is going to be way nicer. But if you focus on the negative things, then your life is going to be negative. I strongly believe that happiness and misery are coming from within. So it's up to you. It doesn't matter if you live on the street, if you're rich or if you're poor. I know very poor people, like some people that clean the streets, they're very happy. And I know very, very rich people that are very miserable and unhappy. So life is like a movie. You are the director. You could make it miserable and full of like drama and or you could make it beautiful and full of success and light and wonders. So it's up to you. You create your own life. Yeah.
Namaste, master.
Something I want to say before. I am an environmentalist. This ring means that I'm married to the land. So guys, please try to, wait 1 second. Try to use your own water bottle, right? Don't buy plastic. Try to always, if you go somewhere, you can reuse it and use it so many times, right? If you go to the supermarket, wait. Like if you go, see this? If you go to a restaurant to take away, buy your own container. So they put your food inside, you eat, and then you could wash it so many times. If you have bubble tea or something, can you put it here, please? Or have your own cup so you could use it so many times, right? Also, if you go to the shops, to the supermarket or something, bring your own bags. So try to minimize the rubbish that we use, please, because the planet is suffering so much from all the rubbish that we produce every day. See this? You can buy your own bags to go to the supermarket and stuff. So please have it, and please love the planet. If we love the planet and take care of the planet would love us back and take care of us. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, Nicholas, for
my
such
pleasure.
precious lessons today. Yeah.
Chinh, come on.
So those are the lessons came from a one who conquered himself on the way, conquered himself on the way to Everest, not conquer the Everest, not conquer the nature, but conquered himself. Yeah, so he's completely changed after the Everest. Okay, because he changed himself. Yeah, he worked with his mind and changed himself from a naughty Australian young man that
very naughty
and do a lot of stupid things in life to a very mature and respectful person like today. So I really hope that you had a great time talking with Nicholas, and also learn something, a thing or two from him today. So
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Before you go, sorry, one second, let me introduce. If anybody has a question or have something to share or wants to say hello or anything, I'm very open and I love talking to people. If you want some advice, if you're sad, if you're happy, you can find me. I think I'll write down my name. My Facebook name is Nicolas Sandans. Yeah. That's me on Facebook. If anybody wants to touch base for anything, please do. I'm always happy and welcoming. And I love to talk to people and listen to people's stories and to share. Okay, so please touch base with me if you want. Thank you, guys.
And if you want to learn more from Nicolas, you also can join his English speaking club.
Yes.
Yeah. So Teacher Sam and Teacher Nicolas are volunteering to help us to improve our speaking and listening skills. Yeah, so we are having 3 English speaking clubs right now, hosted by Teacher Sam and Nicolas. And in the future, after that holiday, we are aiming to have more because we know that many people learning English really love to improve their speaking skills. Yeah, and Teacher Sam and Nicolas are more than happy to help you guys.
Yes, please.
So don't be shy, don't be fearful. Like go ahead, like Jolie. Yeah, we have Jolie, Mia, Madeline. We are the current students of Nicolas and Sam. Yeah, and you also see Jolie as well. And you also see how confident they are. Yeah, because they practice with our teachers every day, every day, 3 times a week. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, if you have any last words to say with Nicolas, you can say it now. Anything you want to share, like what have you learned from him? Anything that before we close the conversation today.
Teacher Nicholas, it's Sunday, so không say không về.
Không say không về.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheer.
Yeah, it's Sunday. Okay, so don't go home if you're not drink. Okay.
No, I get drunk with ginger tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a very heavy drinker, Nicolas quit drinking.
Yeah. Like, hey, he finds spiritual things on Everest. I find spiritual thing in the alcohol.
That's good.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy your Johnny Walker.
It's like both are different spiritual, but made in same point.
Absolutely, they take you there.
Yeah, just take you there. Okay.
Okay.
Teacher Moni, thank you for your lovely action. I keep to remember. I trying to make the action again in my class. It's good. It's really nice.
Teacher, do you want to invite her? I can invite her with enjoy our club.
Oh yes,
She's trying to ask me to.
Okay, that's good.
It's my pleasure. Okay. It's my pleasure if I can come to your English club. Honestly,
I love to listen some British accent because like I'm the only one talking British accent, so I need some partner.
I
Okay.
think you have a lot of partners.
Madeline is right.
Yeah, it mixed.
You have a lot of partners.
Yes,
you have a lot of partners.
Like a good Indian man.
Not partners in crime. Okay, I was like, I'm looking for partners in crime.
Yeah,
always looking.
I have a small idea. You can separate a personal room for them to talk.
Oh no!
Meeting some partner.
Yes. Master supporter.
Good point.
Do you need to have a private room?
My mom is there outside. Okay.
You need private room. Yeah. You need private room.
I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. I'm happy.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm good is a no. No door for you, Sam.
Come, like Vietnamese say, come.
Come.
Like this.
They don't have ability to do something, to do nothing.
Ooh, yeah, it's like you gotta do something. You know?
Yes.
It's like you put the net. If you forgot the fish, lucky. No fish, try again.
Keep trying. Some fish will come sometime.
That's a good way of thinking.
That's good. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Moni,
Okay,
bye. See ya.
Thank you.
See you.
Have a good day today.
Feel hungry.
You should literally pick it up now. Yeah, he needs to go on another ride to explore it. Yeah, so
all the best,
enjoy your
guys.
time. Yeah, enjoy your time in Hue. Also, the long trip back to Ho Chi Minh, Nicholas. And thank you so much again. Yeah. Namaste.
See you later.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
See you soon.
Good night.